Trajan, also known as Trajanus Augustus, was a Roman emperor who ruled from 98 to 117. He was born in the city of Italica, located in the province of Hispania Baetica in Spain. Trajan was born into a family that was not of noble rank, but his father, Marcus Ulpius Trajanus, was a prominent senator and general from the Ulpii family, who were descendants of settlers from Todi, Umbria. Trajan's reputation grew during the reign of Emperor Domitian, and he served as a legatus legionis in Hispania Tarraconensis, Spain. In 89, he supported Emperor Domitian in suppressing a revolt on the Rhine led by Antonius Saturninus. After the death of Emperor Domitian in 96, Trajan's popularity made him the favored successor of the old and childless senator, Marcus Cocceius Nerva. However, a revolt by members of the Praetorian Guard forced Nerva to adopt Trajan as his heir. Nerva died on January 27, 98, and Trajan succeeded him without incident. As emperor, Trajan is best known for his public works, including the construction of the Forum, markets, and Trajan's Column in Rome. He also annexed the Nabatean kingdom, creating the province of Arabia Petrea, and conquered Dacia, which contained valuable gold mines. His war against the Parthian Empire led to the sack of the capital Ctesiphon and the annexation of Armenia and Mesopotamia. Trajan fell ill and died of a stroke in Selinus, now Gazipasa, while sailing back to Rome in late 117. He was deified by the Senate and interred under Trajan's Column, which he had commissioned. Trajan was succeeded by his adopted son, Hadrian. Despite being born in Spain, Trajan was culturally more of an urban Roman due to his father's appointment to the Roman Senate in the year of his birth, which likely precluded a long stay in Italica. Trajan's extensive military career had already earned him his stripes, particularly in the challenging regions of the Rhine and Danube borders, before he assumed the throne at the age of 44. He had taken part in Domitian's campaigns against the Teutons, and was one of his top army commanders when Domitian was assassinated in 96. This made Trajan a promising protégé for Domitian's successor, Nerva, who was unpopular with the army. Nerva's adoption of Trajan as crown prince in the summer of 97, however, improved relations with the legions. Upon Nerva's death on January 25, 98, Trajan succeeded him peacefully. Hadrian, the man who brought Trajan the news of Nerva's death, established a relationship of trust that lasted until Trajan's own death. Trajan received a warm welcome from the people, and his popularity increased when he released prisoners held since Domitian's reign and returned possessions seized by Domitian. The Senate even bestowed upon him the title of Optimus Princeps, meaning the best emperor. Trajan is most renowned for his military prowess. In 101, he led a retaliatory expedition against Dacia, which had inflicted several defeats on the Romans during Domitian's rule. Crossing the Danube with his troops, Trajan compelled King Decebalus to surrender after a year and captured the capital, Sarmizegetusa. His return to Rome was a triumphal one, and he was awarded the title of Dacicus Maximus. However, Decebalus sought revenge and attempted to unite the other nations north of the Danube against Rome. Trajan returned to the region and commissioned the construction of a massive bridge over the Danube. He ultimately conquered all of Dacia in 106, incorporating the gold-rich area as a province and transforming it into Rome's most important province. Decebalus' vast gold stock of 500,000 bars was used to fund Trajan's military campaigns, public donations, and nonsensical extravagancies such as the games. The capital, Sarmizegetusa, was destroyed, and Decebalus committed suicide, with his head sent to Rome. The Dacians were largely wiped out, and Roman settlers repopulated the area. However, the resulting vacuum left the neighboring Sarmatians free to ravage the war-torn country with impunity, and Rome struggled to maintain stability. This was one of the few instances where the Romans wiped out an entire population. At approximately the same time, the autonomous kingdom of Nabatea ceased to exist. The last king had ruled that the area would fall under the jurisdiction of the Roman Empire upon his death. As a result, Arabia Petrea, a region comprising modern-day Jordan and a portion of Saudi Arabia, was established as a province. For the next 7 years, Trajan served as a citizen emperor and was highly respected in this role. During this period, he corresponded with Pliny the Younger about various topics, including the treatment of Christians. Trajan believed that as long as they did not openly flaunt their faith, they should be left alone. Numerous structures were erected during his reign in both his homeland of Hispania and Italy, including the still-standing Forum in Rome. In 113, Trajan led his final military campaign, this time against the Parthians, who had long disputed with the Romans over the contentious region of Armenia. The Parthian king Arsros had recently deposed the Roman-appointed Parthian prince Exodares and replaced him with his own brother, Parthomasiris. Trajan intervened by entering Armenia and removing Parthomasiris from power, subsequently incorporating the territory as the province of Armenia. He then turned his attention to the Parthian Empire itself, conquering Babylon, Seleucia, and finally Ctesiphon in 116. He continued his march to the Gulf Coast, establishing the newly conquered land as the province of Mesopotamia. He was discontent with his age, feeling too old to follow in the footsteps of Alexander the Great. Nevertheless, he seized power and ousted Arsros, replacing him with a puppet ruler named Parthomasiris. Unfortunately, his reign was plagued with difficulties. The fortress of Hatra, located behind him on the Tigris, refused to surrender. Jewish communities in Cyrenaica, Egypt, Syria, and Cyprus also rebelled, leading to what became known as the Kitos War. In addition, there was an uprising in Mesopotamia, and the emperor's health began to decline. In late 116, he fell seriously ill while staying in Cilicia, and he eventually passed away on August 8, 117. On his deathbed, he bequeathed the emperorship to Hadrian, though some argue that Pompeii Plotina played a role as well. Hadrian decided to return Mesopotamia to the Parthians since it was difficult to defend, but he retained other territorial gains for the time being. In honor of Trajan, Hadrian constructed a temple for him. Later, Hadrian oversaw the reconstruction of a wall meant to protect the northern provinces of Britannia. Unlike Trajan's wall, which had not endured, Hadrian's wall has lasted for a much longer period of time. Thanks for watching this video. If you liked the video, please subscribe to our channel.